this is Mitch with Compass Tools, and we are going to install the Trimble Positions License Manager. All you really need is the installation code and the download. If you purchase from Compass Tools, we'll put the installation code and a packing list in the box. We'll also register it to whoever purchased it, so you can log into your Trimble account and look there. If all else fails, you can email support@compasstoolsinc.com. But your installation code should look like this, and the 20010 indicates it's a Trimble Positions desktop add-in license, followed by the expiration date. This one expires on the first day of 2015. If this is all zeros, that means that's a proof of purchase number, and that needs to be registered. But if your code looks similar to this with the third group of 210, and the third group of numbers is not zeros, then that's an installation code and you're ready to go. Recommend you download from the Trimble Support A to Z list. So you can pull up any kind of web browser and go to trimble.com. Once you're there, you go Support and Training, Support A to Z. And then I usually hit Control F on my keyboard and type in Positions. And it'll take you to the Position Software Suite, where you can click on the Technical Support tab and then Downloads. And if your license is under maintenance, you can go for the current release. There's an ArcPad extension, there's a mobile extension. The license manager is contained in the desktop add-in. So I'll click here and save it to my desktop. And I'll pause the recording while that downloads. Alright, we're back and Trimble's downloaded. Trimble Positions desktop add-in. But I should have downloaded it somewhere my server could get to. So you can go from the cloud to your desktop like I did, put it on a network drive that your server can access, or if your server is connected to the internet, we could have downloaded it straight there. But I will copy this up to the server, and then I like the good old-fashioned Windows Remote Desktop to access the server, but you can use whichever program you like. Alrighty, I'm remote desktoped into my Windows 2012 R2 server, and I've copied the Trimble Positions desktop add-in over here, and I will double click. Alright, we'll go for English and install, and up here on the server we want the license manager. If you're nervous about having sufficient privileges, probably would have been a good idea to right click this executable and run as administrator, but it does okay just double clicking. I like all users, but that's your preference. Complete installation, and we're off. Alright, the license manager is installed. The next thing we need to do is add a license to it. So here's the Trimble Positions License Manager, and we just need to click the plus and enter an installation code. I'm going to copy the installation code, come back to the server and paste it in there, say next, and if your server's connected to the internet, activating over the internet is the easy way. If your server is not connected to the internet, you'll have to say I don't have a connection, say next, and email this to your Trimble support, and they'll be able to come back with an activation key. You just save that to the server in a folder and point this at the folder. But we have internet, so we'll say next. Alright, and we're activated. Finish. So now we can come back to the desktop and click Start, All Programs, Trimble, go for the desktop add-in and the license administrator, and instead of a single use you will say floating and type in the name or the IP address of that server you just installed the license manager on. Then you could say test. Was found and operating correctly. So that means we're good to go here, but there are two common errors that you'll get, and just wanted to point out how to troubleshoot those. Number one is this port right here, 56078. Sometimes that's not open by default, and you do need to open this port so that the clients can access this license manager. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, we'll click Start, and we need the administrative tools. Maybe a little different if you have a different OS. And we need Windows Firewall with Advanced Security. And from here we need to create a new inbound rule. New rule. And we'll go port, say next. TCP is good. Specific local port is the one from the license manager. Which was 56078. Again, that was under options and service IP address. So we'll enter 56078. Say next. Allow the connection, next. Your call here. I usually leave them all checked. Next. You can name it if you want. And say finish. So that will open the port and allow users to borrow it. The next error we get is that the license manager service simply does not start. So we'll click on administrative tools again, and this time we want services, which again is under administrative tools. And we'll scroll down to Trimble. And here's the Trimble Positions License Service, and it's running, which is good, but sometimes your permissions and stuff won't allow it to run. We'll click on Properties real quick and see that it logs on as a local systems account. Sometimes that's not sufficient, so you may have to give it elevated permissions here. But with sufficient privileges, it should start. So again, you can right click. You can try and start it if it's not, but odds are you'll have to go to Properties and elevate its permissions. But that's it for this recording. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, you can email them to support@compasstoolsinc.com, and for more information please visit compasstoolsinc.com.